Okay, this video is about ammo, picking up gun. Actually, this is part 2 of the first video. I wasn't able to find a way to be able to pick up ammo, which is like a 50 pack of ammo, and then have the gun appear back in frame after you collect it the first time. I try to use the if statement to make, like, if you already collected the gun and then you're out of ammo and then it goes back to the knife, then when you collect the 50 pack of ammo only, you will get the gun back since you already picked it up the first time. But for some reason the if statement didn't work, and so I'm not able to do that. I'm not able to show that to you on how to do a different method on how to pick up the shotgun one time and then just pick up ammo and then get the shotgun back. Just can't run. You're just going to have to keep picking up a shotgun in order to use the ammo once you run completely out and go back to the knife. So in this video here, I'll be talking about how you can get hit. Your image at the top, your face will blink. I've talked about that before using the sprint icon, which is this right here, but I found out a better way of doing it would be using the changed instance. So I'll show you that real quick, and then I will talk about how to open doors with a key. You need a key to open the door, and I'll talk about that. So let me show you real quick. And alright, so what I've got to show you today is there's a yellow square there, and that's going to be your key, where you pick up your key at. So you destroy this, you'll get hit, and see how the guy flashes at the top real quick because he's too close to it, he gets hurt. This is a door that you can't open. See, it requires a key, that's why it's blinking. Alright, so then you destroy that, and he picks up a key. Now he's able to use it on the door. So he goes to the door, and he's able to open the door. And the key disappears because you used it on that door. Another thing I've talked about, when you pick up the gun, okay, so you have ammo now, and then you have the knife again. And see, what I was talking about is now when you pick up the ammo, you would have the gun again since you already picked it up, but I'm not sure how to fix that issue. So you're just going to have to pick up another shotgun in order to get your gun back. But I did fix another issue that I talked about before, and that's when you use your shotgun, you get hurt. Your icon gets hurt, and I fixed that problem. Alright, so then he gets the gun again. Alright, now he has a shotgun. He shoots it, and see how your image at the top doesn't get hurt? You don't get hurt because you're far away from the barrel, and so you don't get hurt at all. But you do when you use your knife. And that flashed yellow when you click the health. Alright, so let me show you what I did here. Alright, so the first thing I'll talk about is the key. So you have an image of a key icon, you collected it, that's your key image. Did a step event, and then the code, this is pretty much projects this on screen when you collect it. And I've talked about projecting on screen, so this is where it's going to be located at the x-axis. X view is at 500, the Y view is at 100, so it's going to be right below your image of your picture of your face. And then you have a draw event. That way it won't jump when you're moving around. When you're moving in the game, it won't jump. So you also need a draw event, and you need a step event, so that way it stays put. It doesn't jump or shift back and forth when you move around. So then the draw event will also project it on screen at the same X view 500, Y view is at 100. So X is moving it over horizontal, the Y is moving it down vertical. The depth's at minus 1000, so that's the image of the key when you collect it. Then you have the object card. This is where it's going to be placed in the game. So the purple square is right there. That's where the object card is located at. So do a create, and I just set that X, Y, 77 in the middle there, so it snaps to the grid. Then I have a variable here, got that in the control tab, and I just set the image speed to 0.1 because I don't want it to animate, and there's only one image anyways of the object card. Then when the player collides with it, collision with the card, it's going to do a play gain sound, and it's going to switch my placeholder close to placeholder open. I'll talk about that in a minute. Then it's also going to switch my get card, which is just the image of the yellow square, to the object card get. So then it should be, I misspelled it. I put GIT, but basically that means that now you have the card, and then it's going to be destroyed. So you're going to destroy the object card that you collect. So you'll collect the object card. Let me fix this. Alright. So when you collect the card, so you have a yellow outline of square on the right hand side. When you collect the card, then it will change into the card image at the top, and then it will destroy this. It will destroy the card that you see when you collect it. When you collide with the card, it will destroy that card. So then it jumps to your screen, so you know you have it. Then you have a draw event, and this is just basically projecting the image on screen, just like I talked about the plants and all that stuff and the health. It's going to this basically means when you move around the card, the camera view is going to shift the card in the direction you move the camera or your character. That way it looks like it's 3D, but it's really not. And then I set it to 9. If you make this number larger, then I believe it scales it down or it scales it up. I'm not sure, but it will squish the image or it will make it taller. So I just kept it at 9. And set the visible, of course. And then okay, then I got the placeholder here I was talking about. Placeholder close, that means, so in the create, so this placeholder close is targeted to the object player. The speed, my speed is 0, length is 0, place is 0. And in the step event, I got this code right here for object player for the X and Y. So all this code basically is talking about is it's going to put a circle outline around my character, so when I move, that circle follows me. That's pretty much what it's doing. So, and you have to put it in the game too. So I have that circle here, placeholder, and so when I play the game, this circle will jump onto me, which right now, which is going to be invisible because I don't want it to be shown, but it's following me. That's what that code's pretty much talking about. All this code right here is basically saying it's going to target on my character and it's going to follow my movements. When I move, the placeholder will move with me. And the placeholder is going to be a guide. So when the placeholder hits the door, it's saying, okay, right now he has placeholder closed. That means he doesn't have the key. But when he gets the placeholder open, that means he has the key. And so when that placeholder open is visible, when it switches to the green, because after I collect the card, the red placeholder will switch to the green placeholder. That means he's collect the card now. Once that bumps up against the door will say, okay, he has the green placeholder. That means it's going to open up. But if you have the red placeholder and you bump against the door, it's not going to open up because you don't have the key yet. So that's pretty much what it's talking about. Alright, and so then you have the green placeholder and have the same code as I did on the red placeholder. It's going to follow the character once I have the card. So once I collect the card, which is the key to open that door, then it'll switch my red placeholder close to my green placeholder open. And then when I go to the door, well, you'll pretty much touch the door with the green placeholder, and then the door will say, okay, he has the key now, and it's going to open the door, and it's going to also switch the key to being nothing in my square, my outline square. So it's going to switch the image of my key on screen to being nothing there in my yellow square, because you've already opened the door and it's going to take away the key now. So all this code's the same as I did on the red placeholder, so it's basically it's going to follow my movements when I move the character. Alright, and so then I made a new door, which is the door with key right here. So, and then this right here is what I talked about before. It just projects the texture. It says texture door key. So it's going to make this image appear, and I have a slot here for the key. I've noticed when I noticed this one when I'm playing the game. This is the key line is on the left, but when you play the game, the key line's on the right. So it's kind of weird. So I had to flip this because I had this key line over here. I played the game is over here, so I switched this image the other direction by using the mirror effect, and right here in the transform, clicked on mirror flipped, and I flipped the image. So when my object player hits the door, I set it to movement free, direction 0, speed 0. So I got that from move tab, so he doesn't get stuck in the door. It says move free. That's why I didn't use this red icon, because he may get stuck on the door. So that's why I used the movement free image icon. And then it says create instance. So it's going to show object need card. So it's going to show this icon here, and it blinks. So when he hits the door and he has the red placeholder, it's going to blink for 15 milliseconds, and I got that from the main 2 tab. Drag that over and say number of steps 15, and then alarm 0 matches alarm 0. It's going to do milliseconds of 15, and then it's going to switch, and then it's going to show the get card, which is going to be this outline here. So it's going to blink for 15 milliseconds, and then it's going to jump to get card image, which is going to show this yellow outline that you don't have the card yet. And then you have a step event, which is going to be the same positioning. So it's going to be right in the middle of the yellow outline of the square. X view is a 500, Y view is 100. And then the draw event, you have the same X view is at 500, the Y view is at 100. So X view is 500, Y view 100. So it's going to project that red card blinking thing in the middle of that yellow square image that you have nothing inside yet because you haven't collected the key. And the depth's at minus 1000. So this is an indicator that you don't have the key yet. So when you bump up against the door, when you have the red placeholder around you, the door is saying, okay, you don't have the key, so I'm going to show this image of this red icon here of the key that you need to collect in order to open the door. And the next thing is to talk about is going to be the face icon. So originally I talked about that when you have a sprint that it's going to blink to all these images right here, but when I changed it so that each object has its own image and it blinks, so, and it's going to have a alarm setup for 10 milliseconds, and then it's going to be destroyed. 10 milliseconds, and then it's going to be destroyed. So it's going to show the image of him getting hurt or getting healed for 10 milliseconds, and then it's going to be destroyed. And then when you move up against it again, then it'll do the same thing. So I use a create an instance instead of using the sprint icon when you collect the health or when you get hit by the barrel. So when you get hit by the barrel, it's going to do object face hit. So object face hit is this icon here, and he blinks. Depth's at minus 2000, and it's going to be in front of the original icon because the original icon's at minus 1000. So when you get hit by the barrel, it's going to be projected in front of the normal face because it's set at minus 2000. So it's going to show him getting hit for 10 milliseconds of the icon. That's when you create an instance, and that's in the main one tab. So every time you get hit, it's going to create an instance showing that picture of him getting hit. And then when he collides with the health, it's going to change to object heal him. So the X and Y views at 500 and 200, that means that's where it's positioned at on screen. The same thing when he got hit, it's positioned, it's also positioned at the same X at 500, Y is at 200 in the right location, so it doesn't show double images. So he's going to blink, create an instance for a couple seconds, and then it's going to be destroyed because you got the health. So create an instance works better than the sprint icon, in my opinion anyways. And because I think I had an issue with it with the sprint icon where it just, when you collect the health, it would show the image in yellow and then it would stay like that. It wouldn't go back to the original face. So I had some issues with that. So I think create instance is better. And also the ammo. So when he gets hit by the hands, try and figure out. Now the last thing I was trying to figure out is how I did the hands, how he gets hit. Okay, so right here in the crate instance, I set it to object hands and then health minus 20. So he loses 20 health bar, and because he uses his hands to hit the barrel. But I don't have anything in there for the gun. The gun's not in there, so when he shoots the gun, he's not going to get hurt. Because you're pretty much a distance away when you shoot the barrel. Even when you get close to the barrel and you shoot it, you don't get hurt because you're kind of away from the barrel in a way compared to the object hand when you're up close, personal. So there's nothing to talk about with the gun. If I wanted to get hurt by the gun, then I would also make a new script here and say health would be -20 or -10 or whatever, and put up here gun. So copy, paste. I could change this to what, 10, and then I could make this the object gun. So I think when I play this, so you get hurt 20 there, and then when you get the gun and shoot it, he loses life. But the icon up here doesn't change because I don't have it set up to do that. Yeah, see right here, I only have it set up for the hand, so when you're up close with the barrel and you hit it, you lose your health. Also, the object hands this will also do the face hit as well. So I can also do another one, copy, paste that in there, and then change this to the gun. So if you use your gun and shoot it, then also shows the face getting hurt too. The face gets hurt up top, and then when I use the gun, it should do the same thing now. Yeah, see, he gets hurt and his health goes down, and the image up top shows him getting hurt. So you just got to add two create instances in there, one for the gun, one for the hands, same X and Y coordinates, and then also a script that says how much health he's going to be losing. But if you don't want to get hurt by when you shoot the gun, then just take the script out right here, and then take out this create instance with the object gun, and the only thing he'll get hurt is with the object hands because you're too close to the barrel. Okay, and I think I talked about everything here. I will try to do another video on Fake 3D later on. Thanks for watching.